Welcome again to the Wealth Revolution. Today we are going to talk about tax loopholes the rich use in USA, Canada, Australia. What if I told you some wealthy people legally pay far less tax than ordinary workers? Not by breaking the law, not by hiding money under a mattress, but by understanding something most people never learn: tax loopholes. In today's video, we are exposing some of the most powerful legal tax strategies used in United States, Canada, and Australia. And no, they aren't just tricky for billionaires. They are a legal system built in tax law. Let's begin. 1. What is tax loopholes? A tax loophole is a legal way to reduce how much tax you pay. Government creates tax rules to encourage certain behavior. For example, investing, starting business, buying properties or property, saving for retirement. The wealthy understand this very well. Average people focus on earning income. Rich people focus on keeping more of what they earn. That's different matters. 2. U.S. tax loophole used in U.S. The United States has some famous tax advantages. Capital gain advantage. This is huge. If you earn money from salary, you pay high income tax rate. But if you make money from investments like stocks or property, you may pay low capital gain tax. That means investors often pay less tax than workers. Wealthy Americans love this. 2. Real estate depreciation. This is one of the biggest loopholes. Real estate investors can claim property depreciation. Even when property value rise, tax law may allow PayPal losses. That can reduce taxable income. Sound crazy? It's a completely illegal. Borrow against assets or against access. This is how some billionaires avoid selling stocks. Instead of selling shares and trigger taxes, they borrow money using their asset as collateral. No sales, no capital gain tax, still access cash. This strategy is often summarized as buy, borrow, die. Rich people know this phrase very well. 3. Canada tax loophole. Canada also offers powerful legal tax strategy, TFSA, tax-free saving account. This is incredible value. Investment growth inside a TFSA can be tax-free. Stocks, ETFs, dividend, or divided income. All potential grow without tax. Smart investors maximize this. 2. Small business tax benefit. Many wealthy Canadians use corporation. Why? Corporates tax rate may be lower than personal income tax. Business owners can control how income is paid: salary, dividends, or dividends, deferred earnings. That flexibility creates tax efficiency. 3. Capital gain inclusion. In Canada history, only part of capital gain become taxable. This reduces tax burden for investors. That gives long-term investors major advantage over wage earners. 4. Australia tax loophole. Australia has some powerful tax strategy too. Negative gearing. This is famous in Australia. Investors borrow to buy property. In property, expenses exceed rental income. The loss may offset taxable income. This reduces tax. Many people or many property investors love a negative gearing or gearing. 2. Superannuation tax benefit. Australia reward retirement saving. Money invested through superannuation can receive favorable tax treatment. That means long-term wealth growth can become more efficient. 3. Capital gaining discount. If certain assets are held long-term, investors may receive capital gain discount. This rewards patience. The longer-term investor often pays less. 5. The big secret. Here's the truth. The tax system often rewards ownership, investing, business creation, more than salary income. That's why wealthy people focus on acquiring assets. They don't just work harder, they structure smart. The poor ask, how do I earn more? The rich ask, how do I keep more? That mindset changes everything. Okay, I can close these tax loopholes by saying this. This doesn't mean tax are bad. Tax fund roads, schools, and public services. But understand tax law gives power. Knowledge change wealth. The people who study money usually keep more money. And that may be the biggest loophole of all. Financial education. If you enjoyed this breakdown of money, law, and wealth, subscribe to Wealth Revolution because here we reveal how money really works. Thank you for watching and bye-bye.